Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Kodash, double honor, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who continue through the Holy Spirit teach us this truth. This is Naaman with the DC camp, and this is for you, uh, assholes, you mockers, you people who, well, you just didn't see what was coming down the pike. Well, it's here. LAPD officers told to collect social media information from civilians being stopped. Now, why would they need to? See, we told you we're headed. Damn, look at the time. We told you that we're headed into a dystopian type society. Everyone called us nuts, conspiracy theories, and all kinds of other things. All right. Well, what do you have to say for yourself now? It's here. Let me read that again. It's from Fox News. It says LAPD officers told to collect social media information from civilians being stopped. The LAPD use of field cards came under scrutiny last year when three officers were charged with falsifying records, claiming people they had stopped were gang members. All right, so now everybody, hold on just 1 second. So now what? Everybody's a gang member. You see how they can manipulate shit to suit their needs whenever they need to, circumvent their own laws. That's why would you trust in shit like this? All right, this is your enemy. This is our mortal enemy at that, meaning they're always trying to kill us. I mean, they are. This is not conspiracy theory. Look at the track record. Are you blind, stupid, and whatever else? A lot of you are. It says Los Angeles police officers are encouraged to obtain social media information. What do we always say in Habakkuk's second chapter about where it says where he can never he's never satisfied with anything. He can never have enough. All right, I believe that's verse 5. Anyway, it says during field interviews with civilians, regardless if they are suspected of being involved in a crime. Ain't that some shit? It says the group collected the documents related to the LAPD practice in an effort to gain insight into how police departments monitor social media. It noted that a 2015, and a lot of you, you know what? A lot of you make it so easy. You're all caught up in this need to be or try to be famous, make a name for yourself, and that's how you fall into that you become a victim of uh, that need for fame. All right, um, your own egos are boosted to the point where, I mean, you have to have everybody know where you are, where you're going. You know, you put all your other personal information out there. So what do you think the next logical step in that was? You didn't think, don't you know that all this uh, started out with DARPA, you know, the Defense Department, all that, you know, CIA, NSA. Damn. It says it noted that a 2015 memo from the LAPD, from then LAPD Chief Charlie Beck, said officers should collect for social media and email account information to include the type of account and account name during interviews, which are then documented on field interview cards. In a July 22, 2020 memo, current police chief Michelle Moore said the cards are the basis for investigations, arrests, and prosecutions. Let's see what more is it to this. But, you know, what did we tell you? from the elders, from the apostles and elders on down, they did numerous videos on how during the Roosevelt, I'm talking about FDR administration, that you, the American people, were listed as the enemy. And you are. We all are to the elites, especially now. Why? Because with the invention of the internet, it made it so much easier to get that information out there. All right? I'm talking about information pertaining to who's really running this world, all the dirt when it comes to various countries, but in particular America, all the dirty tricks and just outright wicked things they did, all right, to destabilize governments that they did not like and put their own puppets in there, all right. A lot of you people still, you just don't get it. It says information documented on the FIs is one of the most important tools that the department utilizes to solve crime. The documents were first reported by The Guardian, all right. On the back of the cards, a box asked for email and social media information to include Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts. The Brennan Center said a review of field interview cards in 40 other cities found that cards used by police departments in those locations were not used to collect social media information. What do we always... Never trust your enemy. Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 10. And please read all the way down to the end of that chapter. Because it leaves no doubt who it's talking about. In a statement, what the hell is... In a statement, I guess released by the police department, said social media... I'm trying to read over something here. It vanished temporarily, but I can't get the dang thing. Oh boy. You see, once again, they playing games. What the hell is this? Blocking what I need to read here. This is crazy. Salakia. Oh my goodness. I should have got a blocker of some sorts. Anyway, looks like temporarily got rid of it. In a statement released by the LAPD on Thursday, the department said social media handles can be critical pieces of contact information, along with phone numbers and email addresses, because people communicate through social media now just as frequently as they do through calls, texts, or emails. All right, that's true. The LAPD is here to keep Angelenos safe, and we are committed. Oh, here we go to company line. And we are committed to protecting their privacy rights as we confront that challenge every day, the agency said. Full of bullshit. Documents also show how the LAPD works with online surveillance companies, something many police departments already do. Of course they do. The LAPD use of field cards came under scrutiny last year when 3 officers were charged with falsifying records, claiming people they had stopped were gang members. Let's get these comments. Oh boy. Melinda 007 says social media and email accounts are not the business of the government. Okay, you say that, but you got to consider all this information and this potential to mine this information. Hey, it's just too much to resist. After all, you got to consider 9/11, the Patriot Act, and all these subsequent acts and laws following that. What do you think that was for? You think that was for our benefit, or was it for the government? Like we always bring out, Time is growing short for these devils. They know this. So they're going to do all kinds of fucked up shit to try to stay on top. That's just the way it is. Should be common sense. Alright? Encouraging this information to be collected by the police is wrong. Next will be information on the balance in your bank account. You're a little late there, my boy. Independent voter 33. They need to know if you are a Marxist or not, so they know to even do anything at their level now. The Marxist prosecutors don't like to have to decide not to pursue charges. Alright, let's see, it's called tyranny, blah, blah, blah. Frank Jameson 2020 says they already have that. 24/7, it's called a soft credit pull. It's pretty it's pretty accurate too. Got a point. Let's see that reply for that one. It says, they already know everything about your financials from your SSN and your Social Security number. It says, I want to think those police departments do not have this information on all citizens. Oh, man. Illegitimate Joe 263 says, not in law enforcement anymore, but if I were told to collect that info in a field interview, I wouldn't. Alright. FLs are, I think I said FI earlier, are to collect basic information, not a complete profile of the person. Everything you need other than the phone contact is on the person's driver's license. And if I asked for it, I wouldn't give it out. $32.10 liked your comment, says another reason not to have social media accounts. The apostles had always said you gotta be very careful about these social media accounts, alright? What you put out there. Anyways, it says gathering personal info such as emails and phone numbers is not enforceable. W.D. Vander says, last I checked, all a driver who has been stopped for a cause has to give is a driver's license, registration, and insurance information. Police can ask for anything, but giving them what is required by law is all anyone should give them. Alright, and this is the reply to W.D. Vander. And since you don't have to speak, should be a very quick traffic stop. Should be. Alright, unless you're, of course, people such as myself. Alright, it says, it all sounds so scary, but such personal information is purely voluntary. Only a court order can compel you to reveal any information as long as it's not self-incriminating. You may speak with the police if you want, but you're never, let me hold on here, you're never required to by any law in any state. And it helps to know this, but Jake, alright, gets caught up in their emotions. Of course, that's, another video, but like I said, that's a whole nother video. Actually, Marco 87 kind of goes into some of it. He says, yeah, but they rely on you being intimidated and telling them whatever they want because you don't know any better and you are afraid of getting arrested. All right. Again, that gets a lot of Jake caught up. Oh man, let's see. Who is he talking about? Moore. I don't want to get into a. What did this guy Moore say for him to respond like that? Hold on, I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway. The Grub 103 says in a July 22, 2020 memo, current police chief Michelle Moore said the cards are the basis for investigations, arrests, and prosecutions. No, they aren't. They are for unlawful search and seizure. And oh man. Oh, here we go. SD Padres. No gathering information. If you have done nothing wrong, then you have nothing to worry about. Oh boy, I'm anxious to see the reply here. If you have done nothing wrong, you shouldn't be getting stopped or questioned by the police. K-12 failed you. Oh, K through 12 failed you. Damn. It said Snow Dog 31510 says, replying to SD Padres, who said if you done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. In a perfect world, but this isn't a perfect world. uh, let's see. Sir Bradley Scott, George Orwell, you were right. It would happen eventually. All right. That's all. But just a reminder, we've been saying this. Well, Great Millstone has been saying this for years. The apostles and elders have been saying this for years. Once again, so-called conspiracy theories, 100 dumbass Babylonians, people who are caught up in this wicked-ass system, this society. Y'all not looking too good. Mm-mm. Look at that. What do we tell you about these prophecies just jumping off the pages of the scriptures? For all of you that ever doubted the scriptures, don't get mad at us because you put your trust in those pulpit pimps that were set up by the so-called white man to keep you dumbed down anyway and to do what he wants you to do. You never thought about that, did you? Hey, that's on you. All right, there's scripture too. You were intentionally blinded because it doesn't look like the Most High wants you anyway. All right, just saying. Not saying that in a what's the expression? Um, with any pride, all right, or anything like that. Just making a general statement. All these things and what's happening is so plain to see. And yet, you still got our people jumping in line to get this jibber jab. Because you trust in a person that's done everything in their power to get rid of you one way or the other. Okay, so I don't want to ramble on. I'm going to stop it right there. Again, this has been, hey, these police departments, and this one in particular is LAPD. All right, they're trying to collect as much social media information from you now. And you got to ask the question, why? Like it says, you get stopped, a traffic stop, all they're supposed to do is require your driver's license, your registration, you got any insurance, what you did, blah, 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 that's it. Why do you need to know my uh, Facebook, and I never liked that shit anyway. Instagram, all that. But why do you need to know all that? Again, the intimidation factor alone, a lot of people don't give it up. All right, so hey, with that, hey, once again, that's why we're out there on the highways and byways trying to wake up our people as to who they are and who their powers are. The Most High's name is Yahweh. The Most High's Son name is Yahweh Shai. All right, this is who you should be praying to, not God and Jesus Christ. That's that plantation Christianity crap. All right, so with that, hey, Shalom.